You know, it's nice to actually get paid for your work. That was something that did irritate me at first with San Andreas. It seemed like you would never get any money for anything. Unlike Vice City, which practically threw money at your feet. You were never really strapped for cash in that game. And it was a lot easier with all the assets that you could obtain pretty early on that generated money for you, so... Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a mission from Woozy. He's a pretty cool cat. And there's still more stuff we have to learn from and about him. So let's see how the Triad does things here in San Fierro. Like I was saying, the San Fierro missions are some of my favorites, so for that reason alone, this is probably my favorite section of the game. Las Venturas, the place we get to after this, is actually kind of cool because it does a lot of throwbacks to the previous two Grand Theft Auto games, Grand Theft Auto Vice City and 3, so it's cool for the nostalgia factor, but I'd say that the second act of the game, where we are right now, has some of the cooler missions in terms of what you actually get to do in them.
Alright, come on, you can do it! You can do it!
Aw man, gambling ain't good.
Puckeye.
Easy, man. I'm here to see Woozy.
Oh. Upstairs.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
Yeah, no kidding, that was really quick to just throw around insults, jeez. I wouldn't bet on horse races anyway. Not a smart investment.
I'm here to see Woozy. I work with him.
Yes, right this way. You know of the boss's curse?
Curse? Nah.
Yeah, he turns into a werewolf at the strike of midnight.
Why? But we was just racing cars last week.
Yes, I know. He's blessed with unbelievable good fortune.
Damn, no
and the
kidding.
triad that would do anything for him, we call him our lucky mole.
Well, that's endearing, I guess.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
So Woozy is blind. What a revelation there. And does explain quite a bit.
Woozy!
And floozies. See what I did there?
Hello, Carl.
Hey, what's happening, Woozy? You know, how you doing?
Straight to the facts. I can't use your help unless I'm open with you about who I am and what I do. Let me reintroduce myself.
I love that
I am the
CJ's like
boss
testing him
of
now.
Mountain Plowboys.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Why don't you sit down? As Daidai-lo of the Triad, it is my responsibility to see that disputes are settled without damaging important business.
Where I come in at?
We shall see.
Well, you're the dumb
I'm
muscle,
about to drop in
CJ.
on the local
I thought we
Triad
established
that failed to
this.
show face at the last Tong meeting. Come with me, and you'll see how we Triad settle things without recourse to unnecessary violence.
I like that. It's very
I'll ride
civil.
with you.
I like those swords in the background, though. Talk about unnecessarily violence. It'd be cool if you could take those off the wall and just,
Need a ride.
you know, dual
Mine's
wield
getting
some
pretty
blade
hot.
action.
Alright, no
Kind of like
trip.
God of War style. Open this thing. That's actually something I haven't played around with yet, but I've seen a lot of the mods that you can do with San Andreas on the PC version, besides, you know, like visual things, being able to add weapons to the game. I'd like to see if there's anything cool I can maybe feature in my Let's Play once I figure out how to incorporate all those mods into my game.
We're not sure why they're gaining any courage now, but I'm nervous about the
Anyway, we're going to
situation.
come here, and this is actually really fun
Come on,
to
it's this way.
just watch Woozy, because he's going to try and lead the way and direct you here, but of course he's blind, like we just found out, so
Now, where's that
it's kind of fun just to watch him,
Like, what the hell you doing?
Just checking the, you know, just shut up, Carl.
Oh,
Hey, what's with all these people? Where they going?
Something isn't right here. We should be careful. Follow me.
oh man, you can only imagine, and yet this guy almost beat me in a race. Well, okay, not really, but he tried to. And oh, there's a you know what? Yeah, it's just terrible.
What's wrong? You lost? Need a hand?
No. I was just, you know, getting the feel of the place.
Your face was getting the feel of the place. Damn, dude. Alright, so he's just going to kind of stumble on over this gate here, so,
We're here. This way. Strange, this gate is usually locked. Stick close.
I love that it takes him like 10 seconds longer than us to figure things out.
Oh, man. Woozy.
What's got you so spooked? Oh, sorry. Didn't see you lying down there.
So you're Going to
They
step
all
on his
lost.
head?
The blood feathers wiped out?
Die low. Forgive me.
You would think he would feel the heat from the flames or smell the gasoline or the blood on the ground or something.
Cut us all down. Shit! Here they come again.
How did he see them coming? They were all the way down the driveway. That's weird. But okay. So we gotta kick some triad ass. Alright, let's drop them. I do recommend getting some armor before this mission. You're gonna be on foot here, making your way back to your vehicle, so, actually, I think I might just try and blow up this car. That might be a lot faster than, picking these guys off one at a time. Let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty. And Woozy's actually, they give you a health meter for him, but because he's blind, he doesn't really keep pace with you. So you can run ahead and basically take out all the triad before Woozy gets anywhere near them. Like, I'm sure I'll be able to take care of all these guys on my own before Woozy gets hurt at all. Make your way down here. Let's just, you know, stroll down Chinatown, take these guys out. Alright, I think that's all of them. So once you've done that, do you need to get Woozy to follow you? No, I think actually if you just... Wow, what is he doing? Okay, buddy. You figure that out. I think actually if you walk up to the car, he'll just spawn next to you. Okay. So let's see if that works. Yeah, well, he actually got ahead of us somehow. That's weird. So he's blind and he can teleport. There are just so many things we don't know about you, Woozy. It's like, get out of my way. Alright, so the game's going to say to let Woozy handle them, but I actually don't recommend that, especially if you have a good submachine gun like the one I have. I suggest just, you know, pulling over to the side and popping these guys with a drive-by real quick. Then once they catch on fire, just speed off so that your car doesn't get damaged.
I'll take care of these murderous scum.
Yeah, if you say so, Woozy.
Thank you, Carl. You saved me from having to kill them all myself.
I like that. I love that kind of thinking. You just saved me from having to do the trouble myself. Now that's a leader.
Here, a token of the Tong's appreciation for what you did today.
A fortune cookie? Really, Woozy? That's all I get? Thanks a lot, buddy. Oh, but there was $5,000 in that fortune cookie. Alright, let's go ahead and... why don't we stick with Woozy's missions for a while here? They're pretty fun. Let's go ahead and take another, I guess. Ranfali. Well, who's this old geezer?
What's going down?
Hey, CJ.
Is that your grandpa, Woozy?
Let me introduce you to Shuk Fu, Ramfa Li. He heads the Red Gecko Tong on the West Coast.
Who picks these names? Seriously. Red Gecko? That's real intimidating.
Sent word from Kowloon. A Vietnamese crime family, the Da Nang boys, are preparing to move to the United States. This may explain the cowardly attack on the blood-feathered triad. There may be some trouble ahead.
The Shifu would like a package retrieved. A courier has left it in a drop at the airport. It is most important to the matter at hand.
Oh well, I guess I'll have to be the one to get it, of course. As long as you pay handsomely.
He is Triad? A mountain boy?
No, a personal friend of mine. And less likely to draw the attention of the Da Nang boys.
Yeah, suck on that one.
Okay.
Thanks for your support.
Well, that is a good point. I'm glad Woozy had my back on that one. But, even though we would be less likely to attract suspicion, you know, in typical Grand Theft Auto fashion, we're going to attract tons of suspicion anyway. So I do suggest gearing up for this with, maybe a submachine gun, but you don't even necessarily need that. I think it is possible to do this mission without ever having to use a gun, because we're never going to be out on foot, we're always going to be in our vehicle. But just be ready. And on your way over there, well, actually, no, it doesn't really matter if you drive a damaged vehicle or not, because we're going to be getting into a different car once we reach the airport anyway, so, there's nothing really you need to do to prepare. I kind of take that back. What I am going to say, though, is that this mission can be difficult. I failed it the first couple times I did it during my first playthrough of this game, back when I first got it. And that's mostly because I didn't really understand the fact that when these guys... Well, just by the way, when you get to the airport, you will be attacked by the Da Nang boys. I know it looks like Da Nang, but it's actually Da Nong, as Woozy was saying. They will attack you, and I didn't really understand that they were blocking some of the exits, and so I would try and crash through their barricades, and it wouldn't really work. So, you know, maybe that's just my not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing, but anyway. We're going to come back here to where we were for rescuing Mike Torino. Instead of going through the gate, we're going to circle around back here, and we'll actually find a little underground parking garage, kind of a little structure here. So, yeah. It's going to go ahead and outline where there's a car with that package. I'm kind of wondering what it is that they would think would be safe to leave at an airport. You would think if they're transporting suspicious goods or something, that the airport would be like the last place you leave it at. I mean, other than like a police station or something, it seems like airport security would find anything suspicious. But anyway, I'm sure there's a reason for all of this. So yeah, those vans will block some of your exits, and I didn't know that, so I would try and crash through the vans, and why did I just run into a wall there? The damage, my damage meter would deplete really, really quickly because of that, and so I would end up failing the mission because the car would get too damaged and it would explode. So let's avoid that. It's actually pretty basic. You only have to avoid a few obstacles on your way out of here. I'd say stick to the sidewalk because they'll try and barricade the actual road. So when you come here, just, you know, hop on over the sidewalk and run one of them over in the process too. That doesn't hurt at all. Once you leave the airport, you will be pursued by a couple motorists and some guys on bikes as well, actually. So yeah, you'll see them to the left and right there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say and try and take unconventional paths and kind of weave all over the place, because for some reason the enemy driving AI, especially for motorcycle riders, is really, really terrible, and you can exploit that by doing some kiting. If you're not familiar with that term, oh, actually, that was probably the best thing that could have happened. I shot the gunner, but the guy driving the bike is still there, and he can't really do anything. But if you don't get lucky like me, I suggest doing something called kiting. It's a general term used in gaming that basically means to lead your enemies, make them follow you, and then you can kind of crash them into obstacles that way and keep them at a distance. This works particularly well in the Grand Theft Auto games when you're being pursued because the driving AI is bad. Basically, just try and drive so that you lead them into oncoming traffic or into buildings or things like that. Like you see this guy, he's kind of like on the left of me. So if there were any oncoming cars, he'd be likely to hit them if I were to kind of like nudge him in that direction and kind of lead him that way. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. If you stop to try and get off and kill these guys, more will show up to take their place, which is why I say it's probably a good thing that I was able to kill the gunner, but not the actual driver, because that way there won't be anyone to respawn to take his place, which is, you know, kind of cool. Alright, so after that, we're just going to come back down here to the docks to deliver the package. Not sure why the drop-off is here rather than back at Woozy's place. But anyway, once we get here, we're pretty much home free in this little stretch down this highway. It's pretty easy now. Yeah, you know. There'll be guys in cars too, so, you know, you gotta avoid that. But it's pretty easy. And we got a nice $6 grand. I'm liking this.